with at-risk girls. We've been hearing about the at-risk youths. The government, in fact, I'm sure you're quite aware, has launched a major program, to address the plight, to address the condition, to address the inhumane and whatever conditions our risky youths are faced with, and so the government has launched that, trying to do all it can to reach the revenue so that those the conditions of those young people, younger brothers and sisters, can be improved, their lives can be transformed. But aside from that, we understand there's a boost to the government's effort, from the St. Paul River District Women Organization, Liberal Annual Conference, United Methodist Church, women group. They are boosting this effort, augmenting the government's effort in trying to address the. But I understand they are specifically looking at girls. They are looking at girls, the women, and so that's their major concern. But we'll be hearing from the president as to why. And so she's already now student. Let me welcome her quickly to the program. Madam Snotto, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
How you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, first we want to hear from you about your institution. First, it's not about the project that your institution is undertaking, which is named and styled Women Rescue Daughter. We want to know where you come from, the background of the St. Paul River District Women Organization. What is this organization?
A United Methodist Church in Liberia, because of the population, our districts, our conference is divided into districts. So in Monrovia, we got two districts. We got the Monrovia district, and then we got the St. Paul River district, where I serve as president.
Okay.
So everywhere in Liberia, you will find a Methodist church, and in that Methodist church, you will find they are connected to a district. So we, as women from St. Paul River district, we are connected to the Liberia Annual Conference.
Okay.
But we got our own district, and then our district superintendent is the Reverend Dr. Samson W. Yankee.
Okay.
But all of us fall under the umbrella of the Liberia Annual Conference.
Okay. So, you are from a district.
Yeah.
But you are from the Liberia
Yeah,
Annual
Annual
Conference.
Conference, yes.
Okay. Now, your group, the women group, the women auxiliary, some would call it, is carry out this project, the project Women Rescue Daughter. Tell us more about the project.
This project dream came about in 2018. We had some friends who used to send these girls to the RCD Marshall Clinic for treatment. They would get them from the graveyard or from the ghetto and carry them for treatment at our center, so I was mainly involved with them. But the one thing that touched my heart and one thing that brought this dream to reality was that each time they come, you give them their medication, they will not take you until the next Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay.
They will come back with the same complaint.
Hmm.
So we started asking what really going wrong, because the group that I was bringing them, they were only feeling them for that Tuesday and Thursday. The rest of the time, after the treatment, we will carry them back.
When you say them, are you making reference to boys and girls?
Girls, they were many girls.
Okay.
So I talked to my district superintendent, the Reverend Samson W. Yanti, about it. And he told us to pray about it. We started to pray about it. And then we tried to get in contact with other United Methodists. And finally, we decided to build a home for them. So if you go to Louisiana, we got a dormitory, we got a clinic, we got a hall, we got a cafeteria, and then we also have a training center for them. So last year, 2021, during our conference, we approved of it. It was a hard talk, it was a hard bone to swallow, but yet and still.
When you say hard talk and hard bones, sorry, what do you mean?
Each time you bring about the project, there must be obstacles.
Okay.
And these obstacles,
There'll be some people
who will say no.
Okay.
These children will get it our place. These children will do this, And we sat down, finally, we decided to have it as our dream to be able to cater to these guys. So 2021 November, we approved of it, and then we started work on it from November to April. We completed the building, and then we started to take them in. We had a big opening ceremony in April 5th, to be exact, of this year. And then by May, we started taking in the first group of guys. We delayed because there was, we wanted some document from the government, especially from Justice Ministry and from General. But we managed, we got one of the paper, so we opened, and then during that program, the Justice Ministry were involved. So from that time, we started taking it in.
Okay. Now, just tell us. I know your institution is basically a religious institution, especially the Methodist women. They are religious people, but you could be thinking about doing something else, or you could be thinking about involving into other activities than looking at at-risk girls. Why? What's the rationale and why you thought of looking at that as a major priority for you?
The rationale and the poor idea about these guys, if you look at those are in our graveyard, we got nurses in our graveyard, we got medical doctors, we got pastors' wife, we got accountant, and all in our graveyard. So if you look around, the number of street girls is now increasing. If you go into our center right now, we got as young as a 14-year-old girl in that place. We got up to 42. The oldest person in money is 42 right now.
42 years.
Yeah. So if you just take a walk around Monrovia and listen to this girl's story, it will really touch your heart. Because I always say 3 things involved that carry them there. Either friends carry them, situation carry them, or they themselves went there. But in it all, there is somebody that is victimized. So we need to get to them. So we, United Methodists, said, no, get sit down, and our future continue to support. These girls, they are our future.
Okay.
They are our future leaders. So when our time passed, what will become of this country? It is against this background, and the United Methodist women said, no, we can't sit down and see these girls going the street. I would like to invite you one day so that you can sit down and listen to that story.
Surely. And I will come there with my camera as well.
Yeah.
Now, you said 40, how many of them do you have currently?
Currently, we have 22. Actually, our dormitory take up to 200%.
Okay.
But this particular time, it's like our training time, to see how best we can understand them when they come in. So we took a smaller number this time to be able to see from now to January. By January, we'll be taking 50 in. But this particular group is almost like our steady group, that we want to see them, we want to evaluate them, we want to be able to take care of them and put them back into the community.
Okay, now, where do you go to get them? How do you collect them and bring them in?
When we started first, we started with the Center Street Graveyard, and we
From the graveyard?
Yeah, the first group.
You enter the graveyard to get them?
Yeah, our target was the Center Street Graveyard and the Broadway Graveyard. What we noticed about the Center Street Graveyard is that the girls that are in Center Street have entered almost all the rehabilitation center in Liberia.
How did you determine that?
Because if you start, we started icing those that are involved in these guys' program. So we went from home to home that we visited. We were in Jerry, and notice that he got the same program like ours. So those that got a similar program, we decided to, just sit down and talk about these guys to learn from them, because our program is a new program. So we decided to learn from them, and we found out that most of them have been to the rehab center and then gone back there. So right now we're studying why these girls will come to a home and then go back. So we still studying it. From now to January, then we say, okay, we can take the 50 in. But we're trying to study that behavior.
Okay, but I asked the question, you said you go to the graveyard to find them, to get them?
Yeah.
Now, just give us an idea, walking into the grave, walking between those graves and seeing your sisters, some of them mothers, how, did you manage to be able to convince them so that they follow you? What did you do? What strategy did you use?
First of all, most of the time when you get it, they will tell you, I'm tired.
I'm tired.
I'm tired.
What do they mean?
They want to leave the street, but they don't know what it means to leave the street.
Mm.
So we usually tell them, we got a safe home for you. For us, we don't call them Zogo or we don't call them with name. We call them simple good girls.
Okay, simple good girls.
Simple good girls.
Okay.
So we bring them in, and then the first thing we do, we have a room that we call the distribution room.
Mm.
And
Distribution room.
yeah, where you go to get your personal items, your mattress, your bedding, and everything for your room, because we got a bunk bed in the place. Each person got their own bed.
Mm.
And we also got nurse in the place, and I'm also a nurse, so I work along with them. But if you get there, if you going to cry like me, you always cry.
Mm.
Because I got one of the girls there. I said, but Tita, how you used to manage? And Tita said that each time they sitting down smoking, and then somebody just dropping that. She said, you see, most of the grave in there, they got more than 5, 6 hair in one grave. You think you say, one of your uncle in that grave, we got more person in that grave.
What do they mean?
They mean that in the graveyard, they got St. Moses Funeral Home, they got Struggle, they got A.B. Anderson. These boys divide themselves so that as soon as somebody die from these drugs, they take you and put you right in, cut the grave and chunk you in there. So when they put you there, talks about you're seated up, they say, no, don't seat it up. The next time
They
we know-
themselves can bury their friends?
yeah, they
Is
say
that what
they-
they're saying?
Yeah. So they'll leave from that particular place for a month and go to another place. So when I order, go down, and you come back to that particular place, which of course is not normal for us in Liberia. When I was growing up, if you see a graveyard or even a casket, and you point at it, you always burn your finger. So to see our children go at that stage, it really pain our heart as women.
Mm. Now, you said they themselves take the responsibilities to
Bury one another.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
So you go there and you try to encourage them. What did you tell them to convince them to leave the graveyard?
Most of the time we go there, we talk, tell them this is not the end of life. And few will follow.
Do you carry the Bible with you?
Yeah.
Okay. And you read the Bible to them?
Read the Bible
do
to
they
them.
Do they give you attention?
They usually give you attention, but they are problem. Most of them have been like, all of people come here to make money, all of us. They take our picture, they do this for us, MLS. We don't want to make money, all of them. We want them to make use all of us.
So they raise that concern to you
Yeah.
that people do go there with their cameras and take their pictures.
Yeah. And after some time, they will not hear from the person. So most of them like, okay, can I give it a try? We say, give it a try. And when they get to our home, they love the place. They love the place. And then,
What makes them to love the place?
because we got everything that they need. We got the infants, we got the dormitory got their own TV, the cafeteria got their own TV, the clinic got their own TV, and we have 3-time meals. We got counselor on ground, we got matrons on ground, and we got security, everybody on ground to be able to help them through the rehabilitation process.
Hmm. Now, when you go to the graveyard and you try to convince them, you tell them who came to change your lives, how do you meet them? In what condition you meet them?
The condition is very deplorable, very, very disheartening. Most of the time when we get them to the center, the first thing we do, we make sure we do a whole pot of water.
A pot of
Pot of
water?
hot
What do you mean?
water.
Okay.
And we
You
take
fix
bath,
water.
We fix water.
Hot water for them.
Hot water for them. Take bath and you eat before we start your process. But their condition is terrible, especially this rainy season. One came to the center all by herself. When she came, and then we took her in, but she was very dehydrated and she had a terrible. She was in a terrible condition.
Hmm.
So the first day, I washed her hair myself.
You wash your head?
Yeah, braided
Her hair?
her hair.
The hair on her
The
head?
hair on her head.
Mm.
Braided the hair.
You fix hot water for her?
I first hot water. She finished taking bath. Braided her head. And
You
then
give her tea and bread to eat?
we gave her rice to eat because we always having a hot meal there.
Okay.
So after 2 days, she said, I want to go back to see my people.
Hmm.
She left. After 3 days, we couldn't see her. One of the guys who usually help us around our Center Street, she came out to say, oh, she died. Few blocks from away from her home.
She died?
Yeah, she died. So it really broke my heart.
After you took her to the
After we
center,
took her to the center,
you fixed hot water
fixed
for
her
her.
water,
She
braided
took
her hair,
bath.
she took bath. So everybody need to get
Oh, help me
involved
God.
in this children process. Everybody need to get involved.
So when you heard the news that she died, did you ask how she died?
The first thing, she was very sick when we first took her to the home.
Hmm.
And they said when she went back walking, and she just fell, and then she died.
But
it really broke
you
our
said to us that you are a nurse. What you are a caregiver, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got other people who are also nurses there.
Yeah.
But did you find a way to, or did you convince her to administer some
We started her
first
treatment.
aid or something of that nature?
We started her treatment. We started her first aid. We did a dressing of her wound. Everything. She had a terrible wound
Where?
on her legs.
Okay.
She had a very terrible wound. But she had been to 1 or 2 homes. And then the bigger one, you can't really control them. The very older one, when the few will stay there, Mahawa and Tita decided to stay there. Like Mahawa own daughter carry her to us.
Okay.
So this time when you show Mahawa her own picture and say Mahawa, this is Mahawa, she'll tell you this is not Mahawa, this is the drugs. So Mahawa is different from when she came. So the bigger ones, we are trying to see if at all our January recruitment will take the younger one, the highest will be 25.
Okay.
We'll take from 12 to 25. This group, you can manage them, you can tell them, say, go to bed at this time. But this older one, she was almost like 48, the one that passed. So we are asking everybody to get involved in this children case.
And she had deep cuts on her
Yeah.
leg. Wow. So when you went there now, Mrs. Slunton, when you went there and you heard the news, someone who you and your group were able to encourage to go to the home, you took her in, you fixed hot water for her, you took her bath, and you provided food, you wash her hair, and you went back. You told her, I want to go and see my family. After 3 days, you went to search for her, and they said she died. Your heart was broken.
My heart was broken because this is a woman that told us that she got 6 children.
She got 6 children.
Yeah. So telling such a person, say, it's a matter must you stay, they will look at you like, I'm a whole woman, why will you allow me to stay in this place, and then I want to go. So we decided to give her the benefit of the doubt, and after 3 days we heard the news. It broke our heart, yeah. So we observing the behavior from these one that we got right now. How they behaving when they come new day.
Fine. So, fine. I was just coming to that. So after you go to get them from the graveyard, and you give them water first to bath, you give them food to eat, how do they behave, especially, being relocated, coming from the graveyard where they were and they were smoking and all of that. Now you took them in a home where they can't find cigarette anymore or whatever it is that they were still smoking. What sort of feelings? How do they behave there? What's the comportment?
The first day they will not really have that withdrawal syndrome.
Okay.
The first day we start with their feeling to show them the way forward, the bathroom, because our dormitory is built in such a way that we got rooms, so in between room 1 and room 2 have a bathroom. I got 5 bath and 5 commode. So they take you to your room, talk to you. The next day we start your treatment, which is a rehabilitation process of it. We start with the fluid. The first, second, and the third day, they will not really feel it because the drugs they brought in, you stay in them. But the 4th and the 5th day, there will be a lot of vomiting. There will be a lot of crying. They want this. There will be, asking whether they can get the drugs. And then we always encourage them with sweet, with hot water, and with the fluid that we usually put in them. So if they can stay for the 5 to 7 days, the chances of them to stay there is high. To always stay. But between the 5 to the 7 days, It's the most critical period for them. Very, very critical for them. Because at that time, they will be craving for it, like they want to eat, they want to eat, they want to eat. And then after the 5 to 7 days, then they start to eat. And sometimes they will visit the kitchen more than 3, 4 times. They want to eat. They want to eat. So
you say normally you give them sweet.
Yeah.
What's the essence of that?
for those who smoke, if you have that desire to smoke, each time you find a bottle candy, it also help to quiet it
You
down.
quench it down.
Yeah,
Okay.
quench it down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, so what is the success story, Madam Snotter or Mrs. Snotter, since you started this whole project, catering for the at-risk girls, specifically you are involved with girls, going to the graveyard and encouraging them and bringing them into your home. What is the success story there?
What success story? Most of the time when you bring them, they can be in a very deplorable condition. I got some picture here that will just show you. We have had 5 cases that even the caretaker at that center never knew they were going to survive it. When they came, sorry to call name, but this lady that you see, her own daughter took her to the home. And this is her. We never knew she was going to even survive it throughout the night. So when her daughter brought her, she never really wanted to stay. Her own daughter brought her. This is a person who have her own cars, started selling drugs. After selling drugs, she ended up taking the drugs herself, and she came in this condition.
She had her own car
She had her own car.
and she started taking drugs.
She started taking drugs. After they settled, she ended up to where she ended up. So we rescued her, and then this is her last one.
If you just went to our LNTV, our Facebook page, LNTV Liberia Live, I'm sure you see the pictures of on the Washington shown here. You see that for yourself. You see the transformation in the lives of some of those people. Now, so she's what's her condition? Is she still taking the drugs or not?
No. If you tell her about it, she'll always tell you that's her past.
No, she tells you that her
She'll
past.
tell you that's her past.
And you don't need to revisit that past.
She don't need to revisit that past. And this is her last week when we took her take picture. Every week we take that picture so they can be able to know their progress.
And you show them the picture.
Show them the picture. So each time you show her the first picture, she'll tell you, say, this is not me. This is the drugs that is sitting there. And she'll tell you, this is my real self. And her daughter did well for her. Last Saturday, the family member came to see her and everybody was surprised.
Okay.
So she usually tell us, if I leave from here in January, I will tell the people I came from Nigeria.
Yeah.
Because nobody know that I was going to reach this stage. And she even told us she will join the United Methodist Church.
So how many of them you have? That just one success story.
We had 22. The second person is Tita. Tita also live in Central Street, but her own story, friends carry her, and then when we rescue her, Tita said she was never going to go back. And Tita never went back. This is Tita. So, and Tita's recent picture, it's here. Let me just find her recent picture.
Now, while you're trying to, search for the picture, after they've recovered, they're no longer, okay, that's Tita's picture
This is
there,
that
okay. Now, after they recovered and they're no longer taking the drugs, what do you do next?
Then you start your training. We do pastry, we do tie-dyeing, we do soap making. We made our own soap, Women Rescue Daughters. Chlorides, Women Rescue Daughter liquid soap. Women Rescue Daughter powder soap. We made all these. They learn how to fix it. Right now, all the girls at the center know how to bake well, and they are now on cake. This is our product, Women Rescue Daughter Air Freshener. So you learn how to sew, you learn how to do arts and craft, you learn how to bake, and you learn how to do interior decoration.
Okay, now give us an idea as to how the whole program looks like. Given the days, given the months, first you bring them in, you try to do social counseling for them. You also give them medication to recover, to improve in their health, and then the next thing what do you do?
The next thing you start from the day you step there, you start your counseling, and then when you pass through the 7 days, you are allowed to go to class. Every morning they get up at 6.
Is the 7 days enough? Are you saying that
7 days is not
one
enough.
week enough?
7 days is not enough.
This is
But
sufficient.
this 7 days is the critical period. So if they pass the 7 days, you still go for counseling class, you still go for your regular medication, but you'll be allowed to go to class.
Okay.
But this 7 days is the very critical period for all of them. So when the 7 days pass, then we start to tell you that, look, you got to do something for yourself for tomorrow. You got to go learn something so that you can be able to be a good citizen when you leave from here. Because you'll not stay here forever. And some are there, you'll be surprised that they are high school graduate, and some are there, they are in elementary. One of our girls, Rachel, we started talking to Rachel and asked Rachel, what really carry you on the street? Rachel said, their dad never used to give their mom food money. So she ended up in the street, and then when she got there, she was there for almost like 3 years. And Rachel said one day, she paid her friends to beat her dad on 3 different occasions.
She paid her friends.
Her friends, because she said her dad was the one that carried her there. So we have to keep talking to Rachel that this man,
Where is her dad now? Where's her father?
he in Monrovia here. The mother came to visit her the last time.
And did the mother validate or confirm the story she told you?
No, she never, the family never knew, but she told us.
Okay.
Because we keep asking them, what gave you the cause, or what went wrong before you went to where you are right now? And we'll start to tell you that story. That the other girl, what carried her back was that the girl who carried her on the street ended up dying in pregnancy. So right there, she started looking for someone to carry her, and then the mother took her to our place. Right now, women are also looking for their children and bringing them over.
Now, what is this sucks? What is it that making your home, your place, scoring all of the successes that you are scoring today? What is responsible?
At
What are you doing special?
prayers and hard work.
Okay.
Prayers and hard work. That's what keeping her up. And I'm not boasting, but we got one of the best homes right now in Liberia.
So on a daily basis, you organize prayer services for them?
They have prayer in the morning, have devotion in the morning, devotion in the evening. And on Friday, it's a fast and prayer up to 12.
Fast and prayer?
Up to 12.
So those who come in the first day who spend
We're not part of it.
Okay, they're not
We're
part
not
of
part
the
of it because we're trying to get you to eat. When they come first, they will not be able to eat.
Okay.
Because the drugs have also decreased their appetite. Yeah.
So after the 7 days, let's go back now. After the 7 days, you said which is the critical period for them. The next thing you encourage them to enroll on your program, the training program. So how long do they, stay on that program to really, learn something?
Right now, the group that we're there, as I told you from the beginning, they are almost like our study period, knowing what to do and what not to do. We're learning from this particular period. And our first intention was to take 50. So we said, no, we got to bring them in gradually. Because if you carry them together, you have problem.
Okay.
So every week, if we
So you're doing a pilot project
Yeah,
now?
pilot project now.
Okay.
So by January, we'll be ready to take more in. This is another one.
Please put the on the camera, please. Okay. Yes, she's on the camera over there.
Her own mother took her there.
Her mother took her there.
Her mother
What's her
took-
age?
She's 36.
36 years.
Yeah. And if you look here, this is the time where some of them arrive. And in here is our distribution center where we got all our clothes. So most of them leave and go to that place with our clothes. Only the clothes are on their back. So that particular clothes, after you give you a good bath, you go into this room to pick up your item. Your towels, your personal item, and everything is in this room. We call it our distribution room.
What's the quantity of clothes you give them? For maybe a person, what's the quantity of clothes you give a girl?
You're entitled to take bra, your underwear, your jeans, because we use the jeans for classes.
Okay.
We use the jeans with this pink t-shirt for classes.
Okay.
So you entitled to 2 jeans, with 2 t-shirts. From Monday to Friday, you wear these jeans with a t-shirt to go to classes. Saturday is a cleaning up day. So you got 1 quilt, 1 bedding, your pillow, your mattress. Then you got your skirts. You take 3 skirts, 3 blouses, the dresses.
Okay.
So right now, all the clothes that we gave, last week we have to go get additional clothes because the clothes can't fit them.
Why?
They are getting fat.
Okay.
So we have to get new clothes for the setup there.
Now, you listening to the Super Money Show, rated on the obese. Okay, yes, go ahead quickly.
This is our liquid soap when they just got through making this soap. And this is the Clorox that they are making.
Okay. Now, you're listening to the Super Money Show, rated on the OBC 99.9 and other frequencies across Liberia. Our studio guest is Madam Josephine Snowtall. She's the president of St. Paul River District Women Organization, Liberia Annual Conference, United Methodist Church, and she's telling us about a project, Women Rescue Daughter, where they go into the graveyards and take the girls from there and take them into a home and try to change, transform their lives to make them a better citizens. So now the training program that you have them on, how long does it take you to help them to learn how to bake, to learn how to sew? What's the duration of the program?
The duration of the program is 9 months.
9 months?
Yeah. As I said from the beginning, this is our pilot program. After the 9 months, we'll see how best we do the attendance to make sure that the person going to school, to classes regularly, and then we see the product they have produced. Right now, all of them in the baking class know how to bake as far as cake.
They bake well?
They bake well. They bake well.
Maybe when I get there to see them, I'll taste the cake there.
Yeah. We trying to do a program for next week. Every girl will do a cake, and icing it. You call one family member to come and see that cake and buy it for you. Yeah.
So is it only cake fixing that you know?
No.
Okay.
The very pastry, they started with the color, fritter, donut, meat pie.
The fried color they ask for?
Yeah.
Okay.
Meat pie.
Pepper color?
Pepper color.
Okay, that's why they fried it.
Yeah.
Okay, because I know many people like to eat that one. Maybe I'll go there one day to taste, the girls' pepper color that they fix. Now, apart from just baking, do you have other, area that they are also learning?
Sewing.
Okay, sewing.
Interior decoration.
Okay.
Yeah. We got a place set up for our production. On the producer, we got a room there. So you can just take a visit there and see the room.
I will take a visit there one day. Now, you were talking about at-risk girls. We also have the at-risk boys. What is your organization thinking? I know you are doing a pilot project now, but what are you thinking in trying to expand this project and getting the boys in as well?
For now, if we have, the reason why we decided to get involved with other people that have this same program that we're running, to see how best all of us, including the government, to get together to see whether we can have place for these boys, because these are some of the questions they have been calling. Do you take in boys? We say for now, only the girls we are taking. But we're thinking about it in the future. Reverend Jerry also run the both program for boys and girls, but for us, for now, it is the girls. When things improve and we have the opportunity to build another center, we'll get the boys involved.
Okay.
Or all involved funds.
Okay. Now, all involved funds, they were coming out because what you're involved with is a national emergency.
Yeah.
Especially with the huge number of our young people looking at the future. If we don't do what we're supposed to do, their future will be bleak, and the future of this country also
That's it.
will be bleak as well. And that's the reason why the government has launched, this at-risk youth program to making sure that our future, is saved. The future of the country is saved because the young people, they are the future leaders. Now, what the challenges you faced? Because I know it's not a small task or responsibility to cater for those people. What are some of the challenges you face?
Our main challenge right now is the feeding. Few weeks ago, we were buying rice for $13.50 cocoa bag a day.
Okay.
And now rice have gone to 25 and you can't even find it. This is our main problem right now, the feeding aspect of it. If we were buying the rice, because we already said our budget for $14, rice was $13.50, and we set our budget for $14. Now it's times two. You can't even find the rice.
Okay.
The other day we went out to buy food that we have for last week. We couldn't find rice. The fellow that we usually buy rice from, when we got there, he told us that it's a matter of must have buy milk.
Okay.
So the 15 bag of rice he gave, we were forced to buy $175 milk. So it is a very huge challenge for us right now when it comes to the feeding. Because for our girls, we have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So if this condition stay like this, we don't want to reduce what we have started.
I know it wouldn't still exist.
Yeah. So we hope and pray that somebody will stop by to say, yes, a bag of rice. Somebody will stop by to say, okay, I'm bringing this girl. I will be able to sponsor this girl up to college level. So the next thing we'll start thinking more in January for this group is the one all of high school, go back to college. The one that stay in elementary, go back to school. But we need all of us to get involved in these children.
Okay.
If we can change these children, they will change our children. 2 weeks ago, I was going to Louisiana to the site, and this policeman was in a car in a keke with me. He saw his friend, son with a load on his head, going to go through the day. So he stopped the keke and called the boy. He said, Gio, is that you? And all Gio would say, Papa, leave me, man. Papa, leave me, man. Papa, you need to do something for us. It really touched him, and I started telling him about our program. He's a policeman. And he said, this boy is from a very good home. So if you sit there today and call them names, if you can't change them, they will change our children. Our futures are dying. They are dying on a daily basis. The other day on Facebook, 2 fighting for die. I have to go through the day because they need something to go and smoke. So all of us need to get together right now and help somebody somewhere. Somebody need us right now. We shouldn't wait for it to get late. We shouldn't wait for them to take over this whole country. Then we know that these children need help. Every graveyard you enter right now in Liberia, they got them there. Every graveyard in Liberia. We got one of our pastor, Reverend Caleb Doma, who is doing a very good job. He also go there to get there over. He have this program they call Church Without War, where he meet them, then where he have service. So it's not one person thing. It's all of us thing.
Now, somebody listening to us, Mrs. Snortle, and wants to help, what are you targeting in terms of trying to underwrite all the expenses, the getting food for them, getting clothes for them, and all of that? Do you have a budget that you really want to raise the money to meet that budget? Let's hear from you.
We have our budget for this year, but because of the increment in everything in our country, our budget have dropped.
Okay.
We set up this plan that every day for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, we have like $4 for each person. $4 for each person.
Isn't that too exorbitant? Isn't that high?
It's exorbitant because you got to provide breakfast, you got to provide lunch, you got to provide dinner.
Okay.
But these suddenly have gone above. If you go buy charcoal, just common charcoal, we have $600 now buying charcoal, $750, $800. We have $14 for rice. Now we're buying rice, 25, and you can't even see the rice. So it was not just we just sat down and said, okay, we want to do this, but it was a long-term plan that we planned, and we planned well to say, okay, this is our target, this is our goal. But we are appealing to all meaningful Liberians to see if you can send somebody to school, to see if you can sponsor somebody there at our center. Just $10 per month will make a difference in somebody's life. If you can even go to the graveyard and grab one person and say, I will be your sponsor, it will be a bonus for all of us. Because the Bible said, I was sick, you visited me not. I was hungry, you never gave me food. I was homeless, you never provided for me. And we asked, when we saw you hungry, somebody in our graveyard is hungry. Somebody in our
And you are there, you keeping millions of dollars
in your house.
You got to listen to this. You are there keeping millions of dollars. Tomorrow you could drop. When you drop, that whole money, somebody else going to eat that money. So you need to help. You need to provide for somebody. Go right ahead.
Sunday, you dress up, you eat your fare, and you eat your church. If they sheriff hold this 100 hostage, you will not even be able to ride a car. So let's help them. To the ministers, the House of Representatives, the senators, all of them. Get down today, go to your county from one graveyard to another, and rescue these children. They need our help.
The songwriter said, if I can help somebody,
let not my labor be in vain.
Surely. So you see, you got to help. This thing that she's talking about, and that's the reason why we give the government the kudos, to the fact that the government has launched a major program to get our young boys and young girls off the streets. And the Methodist women are boosting this effort. They are backing up the government, but specifically looking at the at-risk girls. It means that all of us, we need to put all hands on deck to ensure that the future of this country is protected. Yeah. Now, but you are not able to say to us exactly how much your budget is.
My budget for this year was almost like $10,000.
10,000?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the budget we set for May to
June. For those 22 girls you got there?
Yes.
Okay.
So it will increase in January when we take in the 50. We want the whole house. So if somebody can come and say, okay, I will sponsor 2 girls, I will sponsor 1. I will sponsor this person to go back to school, because we don't want to stop to wear just a training. We want to see these girls going back to school. We want to see these girls in offices tomorrow that will say, yes, one time I was down there, the Methodist women helping to be up here. Methodist women believe in faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love. And we want to turn faith, hope, and love into action. And that's the action part we have reached to.
I listened to a biblical story, and it spoke about the ground of a certain rich man, and I always, made reference to that. When you are blessed, when you are given money, when God blesses you with positions, with monies, with wealth, with resources, He didn't bless you for only you and your family.
No.
He blessed you for somebody else. He wants you to extend that blessing to somebody as well. Yeah. So open the lines now, 0776 540 987, or better still, 0880 514-096. We are talking about our at-risk girls, our mothers who are currently at the graveyard. They are there, and there's a group now, the Methodist women. They are trying to get them out, to put them in a home and transform their lives. Let's take this first caller quickly. Good morning. 0776 540 987, or better still, 0880 514 096. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Ma.
Yeah, this is my sister. I'm calling from two from this member of the International Alliance of Movement.
Let's hear from you.
Yeah, let me appreciate the Mother Institute for the hard work they're doing for our here. Yeah, I think the government all the launch.
Hello? Hello? Oh, she's off. Let's take this other caller. Good morning. Good morning. Hello? 0776 540 987 or better still 0880 514 096. That's the numbers to call and you are live right here on the Super Money Show. Again, 0880 514 096 or better still 776 540 987. You call those numbers, you are live on the Super Money Show. We are talking about at-risk girls, our girls who are currently languishing. They are in graveyards. And this group called the St. Paul Women. Okay, let me get this one quickly. Let me take this caller. This caller is on the line. Quickly, let me take this caller. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm Prince A. Mela calling from Bon County, Banga City, Bon County.
Let's hear from you from Banga.
Okay, I'm grateful to the studio guest. We are very grateful. I want to commend her for her good job, and I pray that God will continue to guide and direct them. If we will have another people, another group of women that will initiate that cause in this country, it will help us get rid of this problem in this nation. Because there's a point of situation in the country, if somebody can take such an initiative, I'm very grateful to her. Thank you very much.
Many thanks, many thanks. It's a caller on the line. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, sir.
And good morning to your studio guests.
Good morning.
Good morning to our listening audience. My name is Ojuku Oboswa. Ojuku. So, I called this morning to salute your studio guests. Let me say thank you.
Thank you.
I want to go will pay you back. It is difficult to do, but it takes people who have the patience. And I want to say to you, you have patience. Thank you very much for the patience. I thank you for purchasing government effort. Look, you can have the millions of dollars as individual in your home or anywhere in this country. But the fact of the matter that you are not helping to curtail this situation. Who told you that you are safe? You are not safe. One way or the other, your relative, your child may be working. Your guys will go and check his phone. They may harm him. They may harm you or she. But at the end of the day, look, we are saying to Liberians, this issue about the at-risk youth, it is getting head scatter. It is serious. It should be everybody's business, and we are asking the Senate to pass the just law. If the Senate cannot pass the just law, I can't lie to you. It's going to affect us seriously in this country. Can you imagine $100 million worth of drugs that have been arrested? So tell me, it may not only be those people. There are other people that are importing this drugs in this country. Our young people are spoiled. Their pressure is carrying them on a daily basis. This drugs issue is not about government, it's not about whosoever, but it is everyone's business. Let me say thank you to the medalist people and continue your good work. Thank you very much.
Many thanks. I think this call on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. John.
Good morning, sir.
And good morning to your guest in the studio.
Thank you.
I don't know how, for me, I'm more concerned about the recruitment process of these guys. How do they recruit their members? Their strategy they can use to recruit their members, because these guys are just getting plenty around. So if there were a way government would strategize to see their chain of recruitment, to see how you can be able to break it, I think that will help us. Because
Okay.
guys are getting too plenty. They might soon elect senator and representative and maybe president tomorrow. It's
Okay.
a serious issue.
Okay, you made your point over there. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's take this caller. Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm okay.
Yeah, this is James, and I call you from Foya, Local County, Liberia.
Go right ahead.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mr. So, let me just appreciate the studio guy this morning. She actually made me to actually see that, we need some of this vote in this country here. And she has used the language that actually makes me to be fine. But I think if you don't change the children, they will change our children. Definitely that's the way it's going to be. If you don't change them now, when they can become big, tomorrow they will make our children to be the same way they are. So actually, I commend you so much, man. Keep on doing a good job. And God will pay you because you are doing the job for God. That's all the job you are doing. And also pray that, people will look at you, millionaire will look at you, and then to sponsor that program, you move to on the street. Move to be in the graveyard. You know what I mean? So thank you so much. May God bless you so much. Thank you.
Many thanks. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
SM show?
Yeah, this is the SMS show, yeah.
Okay. Olubanke King Akerele calling this morning. Former Minister of Foreign Affairs, former Minister of Commerce and Industry.
Okay.
I want to compliment the lady. I want to compliment your show. I got up this morning, haven't even said my prayers. I stumbled across your program and I couldn't stop. I would like to help the lady. I'd like what she's doing. I will provide $100 per month to help and support the training component of her program. But I need a contact for her directly to try to visit it, and understand. I want to commend her.
Thank you.
Very highly, madam. Thank you so much. May God bless you. And this show that you just had, sir, I want to commend you for taking the time to let us hear. I cried as I heard the various discussion. But may God bless you all. But I do need a contact to be able to operationalize what I would like to do to help this program.
Thank you very much.
Many thanks. Many thanks, Madam Minister. Thank you very much. Once a minister is always a minister.
Thank you, Mother.
0776-540-987 or better still 0880-514-096. This caller. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Lawrence Pastor. Calling from Maggie County.
Okay, let's hear from you.
Yes, I just want to say thank to our mother institute guys to do extremely well for us in Liberia. But I want you to start and do this in the various counties too, because our friends fall in Maggie County also. So we can do that to help our friends in Maggie County. Thank you. My name is Lawrence Pastor.
Okay, many thanks and good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Yes, go right ahead.
Yeah, I'm Francis F. Joseph from Foya District, Lufa County.
Let's hear from you.
First and foremost, thank you for the show. I want to commend the studio guys in studio, especially Ben monitoring and Ben following. God bless that lady in studio because she wants to change the situation around, especially the young people. Those are on the street to make their life better. I really want to appreciate her. Let her continue her good job. God bless her. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Many thanks as well. Many thanks. Let me take this caller. Good morning. Yes, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's a show, the talk show?
Yes, this is talk show. Yeah, this is the SMS.
Yeah, can I come on now to say something?
Yes, go ahead. You are on live.
Okay, I'm calling from the borough of New Town, and the president of the Federation of Borough Women, Mrs. Georgia Kimbaya, and I would like to commend your studio guests for job well done. We are in prayer with her. We say she will keep all the good work. May God bless her. And I've listened to the honorable former minister that she's willing to give her assistance. That I pray to God that she should work and that God should help her whatsoever objective that she has for the girls. May God bless her because we as the Federation of Borough Women, we are downhearted with the situation that we find our girls in. Girls are now going to nightclub and they are leaving school, boycotting classes and all those kind of things, finding peer pressure. So we pray along with God that she will be successful in Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. Let's take this caller. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning, someone. This is Reverend Tumen calling from Harper, Maryland County.
Let's hear from you, Reverend.
Yeah, let me appreciate the efforts of the Simple River District women efforts as to taking care of some of the at-risk youth
when it comes to the females. And, if such effort is not being applied, our society will be risking continuously. And it also require other women organizations in different quarters to also join similar efforts in order to reduce such population. And let me say to her that this my way of thinking about it, that next time she hosts such interview, I think she should try to protect the identity of some of those people.
Okay. Many thanks. Many thanks. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is Mr. David Kanako.
Mm.
I'm calling you from Broadway, Jatono Town.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm impressed this morning to hear from your studio guide the kind of help they're giving our unfortunate children. I have two children that have been missing from me since the viral time. I look all around Moray, I can't see them. Some people told me that they were in Greya and they were to other areas. But I have looked around, I can't see them.
Mm. Okay.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. We hear your plea. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you so much, SMS, for hosting this show. I'm so interested in listening to the support of the Methodist Church here in Liberia. I need the madam, the lady that's speaking with you there in the studio. I need her number directly. I got a very small limited transfer to her, at least to get her work going through. Just now, just do it. Send it on my orange number that I'm sending you because it's on orange number also, please.
Okay, we'll try to get the number to send it to her quickly. 0776, we'll take only two more calls and we'll wrap it up. 0776 540 987. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, this is William B. Chapa calling from Sino, specifically Central Greenville.
Okay.
You know, I just want to appreciate the lady in the studio there. I think she said she's from the Methodist background, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks to the Methodist family. You know, we have Methodist church on this side too. I wish you extend your arm to the church on this side because we have a lot of those similar problems on this side. And I just want to take this time to appreciate the government that they should extend their arm in collecting or in their program of collecting Zocos. You know, decentralization pays. They are all over today in our community. And I appeal to the citizens to be of great help. So they are very set in taking their time, encouraging our brothers and sisters. And our Lord will learn to help them to be a good citizen. So
Okay. Many thanks. Let's take this last caller. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yes, go right ahead. Hello?
My name is Abu Kone from Dowa County.
Okay. Let's hear from you, Abu.
Thanks and tell the institute that she's absolutely doing well. But one thing is that Monrovia is not only Liberia. Down here, we have a lot of girls in that kind of situation. So at least she should try to extend her arms to the various counties. She's really doing well. May God pay her.
Okay, many thanks. This last caller, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Peter Cody Jr. I call from Bongade.
Mm-hmm.
I want to appreciate the lady. Yes, I'm waiting for my tea.
Okay, many thanks. Let me say many thanks. Yes, madam. Just respond and then we'll take leave of you quickly.
Okay,
practical.
if you want to get in contact with us, you can call me on 0770 562316. 0770 562316. The Lone Star number is 0886 562316. And our mobile number is the Lone Star number 0886 562316. We are located in Louisiana, right after Louisiana Market. If you get to the market and ask for the Melilist Women Compound with the yellow building, you will find us there. We are there 24/7. So just take a walk there, visit us, and then visit your children to talk with them. For those of us across Liberia, January will be taking in 50 guys. We know Monrovia is not Liberia. But get in contact with your representatives, with your senators, with your superintendent, and then if you can bring 2 or 3 girls, and let's ask the senators to be able to sponsor these girls at the center. This will also help all of us. So let's put ourselves together, and we are also appealing to the government to please not put our girls in the truck or our children in the truck to carry them to the police station, but rather those are breaking the drugs, arrest them. Because right now, all of us are looking for arrest. If you don't find the drugs, you will not smoke it. You will not take it in. So we begging the police and all those in charge of this drugs law, please pass this drugs law and let the people stop killing our children. Some will say, but they went there by themselves. It's true. But if I don't find it, I will not smoke it. So we're begging all of us, stop by at our center in Louisiana and see these children. Stop by and talk to them. Some other child is dead. Somebody went there, they only found out that a question was sitting in our center. So it could be your child today, it could be my child tomorrow. Let's help them so that they can be a good citizen in Liberia.
Many thanks,
So
many
thank
thanks.
you very much, and may God bless all of us.
Many thanks. She's the president, Josephine Snuttle is her name. She's the president of the St. Paul River District Women Organization, Liberia Annual Conference United Methodist Church. She's been a guest on this